Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare.
शिवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कंचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदानेश्वरी वृषभानुं सुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। बोलो श्री राधे गोलोकानंद भगवान की
जय।
बोलो श्रीमद् भागवतम की
जय।
हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्णा everybody.
हरे कृष्णा प्रेम सर। हरे कृष्णा अजय। शुरू करते हैं। So we started reading 30th अध्याय, yeah? And उसके पहले 29 पढ़े. We are on 10th canto, right? और जैसा कि हम लोग जानते हैं, how many cantos are there? कितने स्कंद है श्रीमद् भागवतम में? 12, right? So there are 12 books, and we are on 10th canto. 600 plus sessions together has got us to this level, and at this point, और ये जो हम लोग अभी पढ़ रहे हैं वो भगवान श्री कृष्ण की रास लीला के बारे में पढ़ रहे हैं। सो जैसा कि हम लोग पढ़ रहे थे पिछले 2 अध्याय में, भगवान श्री कृष्ण अपनी ये रास लीला रचना चाहते हैं। सो वो बंसी की धुन बजाते हैं और वो धुन सुन के सारी गोपियां वहां आ जाती है, राइट? आने के बाद सब भगवान कृष्ण से मिलने के बाद सबको थोड़ा सा प्राउडनेस आ जाता है। उस प्राउड को कम करने के लिए भगवान श्री कृष्ण अंतर्ध्यान हो जाते हैं और फिर गोपियां उनको ढूंढने के लिए निकलती है। सारी गोपियां वृंदावन वन में उनको ढूंढ रही है, सबसे पूछ रही है, एंड दैट्स व्हाट वी हैव बीन रीडिंग। Very blissful reading of how Gopiyas are trying to find out Lord Shri Krishna. And then finally they see that they find the lotus feet, right? The spot where they see the lotus feet of Lord Shri Krishna. And then we saw that all those different things which are there, which are on lotus feet of Lord Shri Krishna, right? And we saw a lot of things, right? Like Ankush, Vraj, and Shang. So many things we saw on the Lord Shri Krishna's feet. How many things do you remember? How many such marks were there on Lord Shri Krishna's lotus feet?
19,
right? And 19 different marks which were signifying different things. And we read how each mark on both the sides are signifying different things. And similarly we saw it was described in Skanda Puran. Radha Rani's feet also had 19 such marks, right? And so when all the Gopiyas see that, and they see the dust of lotus feet of Lord Shri Krishna, then we read this yesterday, right? Dhanya aho ammi alyo Govinda agra abja renvah yane brahmosho Rama Devi Daghur Munya Ad Nuttaye. Yeah, basically, oh girls, the dust of Govinda's lotus feet is so sacred that even Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and the goddess Rama, yeah, the goddess Lakshmi Devi, take the dust upon their heads to dispel sinful reactions. Yeah, so that's how, right? That's how the Govind's lotus feet, Raj is described. Yeah. And we'll continue reading now. Next slok. T. Anilji.
तस्यामूनिनः क्षोभं कुर्वन्त्यच्चेह पदानि यत् एकापहर्त्य गोपीनां रहो भुङ्क्ते चाच्युताधरं न लक्ष्यन्ते पदान्यत्र तस्या नूनं प्रणाङ्करैः खिद्यस्तसुजाता अङ्गघृतमाल्यमुन्ने प्रेयसीं प्रियः. These footprints of that special gopi greatly disturb us. Of all the gopis, she alone was taken away to a secluded place where she is enjoying the lips of Krishna. Look, we cannot see her footprints over here. It's obvious that the grass and the sprouts were hurting the tender soles of her feet, and so the lover lifted up his beloved. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. And then as we all know, the special gopi they are thinking about, right, is Radharani. And all the gopis are thinking that only Radharani was taken away by Lord Shri Krishna, right? And none of them. But then they're also seeing that they don't see her footprints anymore, right? So say they see Lord Shri Krishna's footprints, then Radharani's footprints, but then they don't see Radharani's footprints anymore. And so that's why they are thinking that because all this grass and sprouts must be hurting the tender soles of her feet, so the lover lifted up his beloved. So Lord Shri Krishna has probably lifted Radharani and then he's walking. Yeah, that's what all the gopis are thinking. Ajay?
इमान्यधिकमग्नानि पदानि बहतो बधूम गोप्यः पश्यत् कृष्णस्य भाराक्रान्तस्य कामिनः अत्रावरोपिता कान्ता पुष्ण हेतु महात्मना. Please observe, my dear gopis, how in this place lusty Krishna's footprints are passed from deeply into the ground. Carrying the weight of his beloved must have been difficult for him. And over here, that intelligent boy must have put her down to gather some flowers. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So, and then of course the gopis are talking among themselves, right? And the gopi is saying that, look, how Krishna's footprints are pressed more deeply into the ground. Why? Because carrying the weight of his beloved Radharani, of course, must have been difficult for him. Pashyata Krishnasya bhar akrantasya. Yeah, and then they're also saying that intelligent boy must have put her down to gather some flowers. So then they come to near the flower trees and Pushpa Hetor Mahatmana. They are still referring to Lord Shri Krishna as Mahatmana. Yeah, and then he must have stopped here to get some pushpa. Prem sir?
अत्र प्रसूना वचय प्रियार्थे प्रेयसा कृत प्रपदाक्रमण एते पश्यता सकले पदे. Just see how in his place dear Krishna collected flowers for his beloved. Here he has left the impression of only the front part of his feet, because he was standing on his toes to reach the flowers. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so then what the gopis are thinking is they see only like the toe, the spot of the toe. So they are thinking he must be standing on his toes. Why? Because he had to gather the flowers. Yeah, they are saying Pashyata Sakale Pade, like only the front part they could see, and then so he must have stood on that to reach to the flowers, is how gopis are thinking. Kes prashadhanam tvatra kaminyah kamina kritam tani chudiyata kantam upavishtamiham dhruvam. Suddenly Krishna sat down here with his girlfriend to arrange her hair. The lusty boy must have made a crown for that lusty girl out of the flowers he had collected, right? And so the gopis are further thinking that he got the flowers and he must have arranged her hair and put the flowers in and all that. Right? That's what gopis are thinking. Anilji?
रेमे तया चात्मरत आत्मा रामोऽप्य सुखण्डितः कामिनां दर्शयन् दैन्यं स्त्रीणां चैव दुरात्मताम्. Sukadev Goswami continued, Lord Krishna enjoyed with that gopi, although he enjoys only within, being self-satisfied and complete in himself. Thus, by contrast, he showed the wretchedness of ordinary lusty men and hard-hearted women. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, what Sukdev Goswami ji, of course, is telling to Parikshit Maharaj that, and we read before, Lord Krishna is complete in himself, right? Lord Krishna is absolute. He is Sat Chit Anand. He enjoys only within. He is self-satisfied. He is complete in all aspects. And the materialistic world is manifested from him. So it doesn't touch him. All these gunas, Satogun, Rajagun, Tamogun, doesn't touch Lord Shri Krishna. But this Leela is where he's showing that how the ordinary people think and how he's getting over this. And it's also mentioned that, like, if you want to, the medicine for curing something comes out from the disease itself, right? Is what we read, and that's what Sukdev Goswami is saying. Actually, Lord Krishna enjoys within, being self-satisfied and complete, but there's a contrast here, is what we are reading right now. Really nice purport. Let's read this, Ajay.
This verse directly refutes the superficial criticism materialistic people sometimes direct against Lord Krishna's pastime. The philosopher Aristotle claimed that ordinary activities are unworthy of God, and with this idea in mind, some people declare that since the activities of Lord Krishna resembles those of ordinary human beings, he cannot be the absolute truth. But in this verse, Sukdev Goswami emphatically points out that Lord Krishna acts on a liberated platform of spiritual self-satisfaction. The fact is indicated here by the terms Atmarata, Atmarata, Atmarama, and Akhandita. It is inconceivable in ordinary people that a handsome young boy and a beautiful young girl enjoying romantic conjugal affairs in the forest moonlight can be engaging in pure activity, free from egoistic desire and lust. Yet, while Lord Krishna is inconceivable to ordinary persons, those who love him can easily realize the absolute pure nature of his activities. One may argue that beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and that therefore the devotee of Krishna are only imagining Lord's activity to be pure. This argument ignores many significant facts. For one, path of Krishna consciousness of developing love for Krishna demands that our devotees strictly follow four regulative principles: no illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication, and no eating of meat, fish, or eggs. When one is freed from material lust and rises to liberated platform beyond material desire, one realizes the absolute beauty of the Lord Krishna. This process is not theoretical. It has been practiced and completed by many thousands of great sages who have left us their shining example and their brilliant teachings concerning the path of Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. I think the important thing to note here is what is mentioned is inconceivable to the ordinary people, right? Because we are all materialistic people, our brains and our thought process is limited to the materialistic feelings and materialistic understanding. Like what is mentioned, like we don't even realize that we have a soul, right? I think 95% people may not even know that there is a soul, right? So our vision, our thinking process is all limited, is what Sukdev Goswami is pointing out. And it becomes very difficult for you to understand that Lord Krishna actually is acting on the liberated platform of spiritual self-satisfaction, spiritual love, right? There's a spiritual love, Sat Chit Anand, and Atmarat, Atmaram and Akhandita is what he's mentioning, right? And what is being mentioned is people who know Lord Shri Krishna, who are experiencing him, right? They know, right? Those who love him can easily realize the absolute pure nature of his activities, is what is being mentioned, because there's a difference in the materialistic activity and spiritual activities. We'll continue reading. Prem.
One final note, the conjugal pastimes of Krishna perfectly round out his qualification as the supreme absolute truth. The Vedanta states that the absolute truth is the source of everything. So certainly, the absolute cannot lack any of the beautiful things of this world. It is only because romantic affairs exist in a pure spiritual form in the absolute that they can manifest in a perverted material form in this world. Thus, the apparent beauty of this world is not to be absolutely rejected. Rather, beauty should be accepted in its pure spiritual form. Since the beginning of time, men and women have been inspired to poetic rapture by the art of romance. Unfortunately, romance in this world usually leads to crushing disappointment, brought about by a change of heart or by death. Thus, although we may at first find romantic affairs beautiful and enjoyable, they are eventually spoiled by the onslaught of material nature. Still, it is unreasonable to totally reject the concept of romance. Rather, we should accept conjugal attraction in its absolute, perfect, pure form, as it exists within God, without a tinge of material lust or selfishness. That pure conjugal attraction, the supreme beauty and pleasure of the supreme truth, is what we are reading about here in the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, yeah. So what is mentioned is we should accept conjugal attraction in its absolute, perfect, pure form as it exists within God, and without a range of materialistic lust or selfishness. The pure conjugal attraction, the supreme beauty and the pleasure of the supreme truth is what we are reading about here in the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam. Yeah. इत्येवं दर्शयन्तश्च ताश्चेरु गोप्यो विचेतसः यां गोपी मनयत् कृष्णो विहायान्याः स्त्रियो वने सा च मेने तदात्मानं वरिष्ठं सर्वयोषितां हित्वा गोपीः काम्याना मामसो भजते प्रिय. As the gopis wandered about, their minds completely bewildered, they pointed out various signs of Krishna's pastimes. The particular gopi whom Krishna had led into a secluded forest, whom he had abandoned all other young girls, for whom he had abandoned all the other young girls, began to think herself the best of women. My beloved has rejected all the other gopis, she thought. Even though they are driven by Cupid himself, he has chosen to reciprocate with me alone. Yeah. So what is mentioned here is, as the special gopi is with Lord Shri Krishna, she also started thinking that my beloved has rejected all other gopis. Yeah. And she thinks, Maine tad atmanam varishtam sarvayoshitam. Among all the gopis, she is the shrest, she is the best. And that's why Lord Shri Krishna has chosen her. And that's what she is thinking, is what is mentioned here, right? Says that previously all the gopis had become proud of their association with Krishna and then suddenly lost his association, right? We remember the whole katha, right? Well, all the gopis thought, wow, they are with the Lord Shri Krishna, and then suddenly Lord Shri Krishna disappeared. Now only Radha Rani remained with him. Now she has also become proud of that association and will suffer a similar fate. The Lord arranges all this to reveal the gopis unparalleled devotion for him. Right? This whole Leela, what is mentioned, is done by Lord Shri Krishna so that he can showcase the gopis unparalleled devotion for him, a devotion whose intensity fully manifests in moments of separation. Anil?
ततो गत्वा वनोद्देशं द्रप्ता केशवं Bravit na paryeham charitam nayamam yatra te manah. As the two lovers passed through one part of the Vrindavan forest, the special Gopi began feeling proud of herself. She told Lord Keshav, I cannot walk any further. Please carry me wherever you want to go. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so what happens then in the Vrindavan forest? The special Gopi feels proud and she says, Na parye aham chalitum. I cannot walk anymore. You can take me wherever you want. Mam yatra te mana, but you need to carry me. That's what the special Gopi is requesting. Ajay?
एव मुक्तः प्रिया माह स्कन्ध आरुह आरुह्वातामिति ततश्चानन्दे कृष्ण सा बधूर्न तापत्यत. Thus addressed, Lord Krishna replied, just climb on my shoulder. But as soon as he said that, he said this, he disappeared. His beloved consort then immediately felt great remorse. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So Lord Sri Krishna realized that she is little proud of something. And then he antardhade Krishna hai, right? वापस से Lord Sri Krishna अंतर्ध्यान हो गए. And then, of course, the beloved consort then immediately felt great remorse. Says here that Srimati Radharani was exhibiting the pride of a beautiful girl who has brought her boyfriend under control. Thus, she told Krishna, please carry me wherever you want to go. I cannot walk anymore. Sri Krishna now disappears from her side, intensifying her ecstatic love more and more. Ajay?
हा नाथ रमण प्रेष्ठ क्वासे महाभुज दास्यास्ते कृष्ण कृपणाया मे सखे दर्शय sannidhim. She cried out, O Master, my lover, O dearmost, where are you? Where are you? Please, O mighty armed one, O friend, show yourself to me, your poor servant. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, then she is requesting Dasyaste Kripnaya, Kripa Kije, Me Sakhe Darsaye. Yeah, Sannidham. Yeah, I want to see you. In a nice purport, Sri Prem.
Srila Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakur describes the following moving exchange. Radha says, my lord, I am being burnt in the great fire of separation from you, and my life air is about to leave my body. Even with the greatest endeavor, I cannot maintain my life. But you are the Lord of my life, and so you can quickly save me simply by glancing upon me. Please do so immediately. I beg you to save my life, not for my sake, but rather for yours. After giving up all the other gopis, you have brought me so far to a secluded place in the forest just to enjoy a special pleasure with me. If I die, you will not be able to find conjugal happiness anywhere else. You will remember me and thus lament in your sorrow. Krishna replies, so let me become unhappy. What does that matter to you? But you are the most dear to me. I will feel your unhappiness millions of times more than you. Even if I have already died, I still will not be able to tolerate the pain that even one spot on the nails of your lotus feet may experience. Indeed, to prevent such pain, I am ready to throw my life away millions and millions of times. So kindly show yourself and drive away that unhappiness. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Anilji?
But if your life air is on the verge of leaving your body, what can I do to stop that? Simply by the touch of your arms, which are a medicinal herb with the power to revive the dead, my body will return to its healthy, normal condition, and my life air will automatically come back and remain in my body. But you know the forest path yourself without my help. So why did you order me, the king's son and a very young and gentle boy, who is to be respected. Why did you command, take me wherever you wish? Why do you anger me like this? Radha cries out, please show yourself to your wretched maidservant. Be merciful to me. Be merciful. When I ordered you, I was overcome by sleepiness. I was so tired from playing with you. Therefore, please excuse what your poor servant said. Please don't be angry. It was only because you treated me like such a close friend, though I am unworthy, that I spoke like that to you. All right, my love, I am very pleased with you, so please come to me. But I have been blinded by lamentation. I cannot see where you are. Please tell me where you are. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so this is how Lord Shri Krishna and Radharani's conversation is described by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Yeah, Ajay?
Shri Shuk Uach Anvichhanyo Bhagavato Marg Gopyo Vidurita Dridash Priya Vishlo Vishleshan Mohitam Dukhitam Sakhin. Sukdev Goswami said, while continuing to search on Krishna's path, the gopis discovered their unhappy friend close by. She was bewildered by separation from her lover. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so Radharani is there, and then all the other gopis, they meet Radharani, right? They see Mohitam, Dukhitam, Sakem, and of course, then they get together. Prem?
तेरा कथित कन्या मान प्राप्ति च माधवात अवमानम च दौरात मयाद विस्मयम पर्यम ययु. She told them how Madhava had given her much respect, but how she then suffered dishonor because of her misbehavior. The gopis were extremely amazed to hear this. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so she got Man Praptim Cha Madhvat, right, from Madhav. But then, so they were surprised. Why would even Lord Shri Krishna do that? What says it was natural for Radharani to ask Krishna to carry her. For this request was consistent with the loving mood of their relationship. Now, however, in great humility, she describes her behavior was wicked. Hearing of these affairs, the other gopis are astonished. Tato Vishwanam Chandra Jyotishna Yavad Vibhavyate Tamah Pravistam Mahalaksha Tato Nevrittu Istriyah. In search of Krishna, the gopis then entered the depth of the forest as far as the light of the moon shone. But when they found themselves engulfed in darkness, they decided to turn back. Yeah. So all the gopis together, now all the gopis, right, including Radharani, Chandra Jyotsana, right, till they could go up to the moon of the light, they went. Then they saw the darkness, and then they decided to turn back. Anilji?
The gopis entered a part of the forest so diverse, so dense, that even the light of the full moon couldn't penetrate it. This scene is also described in the Vishnu Purana. Pravisto grahamam Krishna padam atrana lakshate nivarta dvam sasankyasya netad didhiti gochara. One gopi said, Krishna has entered such a dark part of the forest that we cannot possibly see his footprints. Therefore, let us turn back from this area, which even the light of the moon cannot reach. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So this is written in Vishnu Purana. Yeah. Pravisto Gahanam Krishna. Krishna has gone to such a dark part. Padam Atrina Lakshate. Yeah. Possibly they cannot even, the footprints are not visible. So they decide to turn back. Ajay?
Tanmanakast Dalpast Dviche Dhitrashta istadautmikaha tadrunanev gayanteyo natma garani sansmura. Their minds absorbed in thoughts of him, they conversed about him, acted out his pastime, and felt themselves filled with his presence. They completely forgot about their homes as they loudly sang the glories of Krishna transcendental qualities. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, every moment they were only remembering Lord Shri Krishna. And so while going back, says here actually there is no separation from Krishna for the pure devotees of the Lord. Although apparently abandoned by Krishna, the gopis were actually tightly connected to him by the spiritual process of Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, hearing and chanting the glories of the Lord. Yeah, those 9 processes which were so, right? The 9 processes of devotional service. What are those?
Shravanam, Kirtanam, Archanam, Padsevakam,
Dashyam,
Darasam, Archanam, Vandanam, Atmanivedanam.
Yeah, Sakyam Atmanivedanam. Yeah, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Dasham, Sakyam, and Atmanivedanam. Yeah, and those 9 and this Shravanam and Kirtanam is what we do, and that's the topmost part of that, hearing and chanting the glories of the Lord. That's what we are doing in Srimad Bhagavatam. We are also reading about all the Bhagwan's Leela. So nice. Prem sir?
Punah Punil Magtya Kalnanda Krishna Bhavanam Samveta Jugu Krishnam Tadagaman Kankchita. The gopis again came to the bank of the Kalindi, meditating on Krishna and eagerly hoping he would come. They sat down together to sing of him. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So all gopis come back from the Vrindavan to Kalindi, Yamuna, Kalinda, still in Krishna Bhavanas, meditating on Krishna. And they sat down together to sing of him. Says here, as stated in the Katha Upanishad, Yam Iveshya Vrinute Tene Labhe. The super soul can be realized by that person whom he chooses. Thus the gopis fervently pray that Krishna come back to them. Yeah. And thus ends the purpose of the humble servants of his divine grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, to the 10th canto, 30th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam entitled The Gopis Search for Krishna. Yeah. Bolo Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Jai.
So we complete the chapter 30th. Yeah. And now we get to chapter 31. Hare Krishna Daman.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So what we read was all the gopis, including Radha Rani, they all get together. They don't find Krishna. They come back and they sit down on the Yamuna river, the bank of Kalindi, and they are meditating on Krishna. Yeah. And then next chapter is the Gopis' song of separation. So I think most of you would have heard about Gopi Geet. Yeah. If you heard about Gopi Geet, that's a very, very like blissful prayers of gopis wanting Lord Shri Krishna to give darshan and appear again to all the gopis. And that's the Gopis' song of separation. And I have sent a link so that everyone can hear that before we even start reading this actually. So we'll start. We'll read few sloks and then we'll talk about it, right? But let's read. I think we will read the first 5 thing. We'll restart it again next time from first, right? The entire Gopi Gate. But let's start first, and then we'll see. So, Anilji.
Gopya Uchuhu Jayati Tedikam Janmana Brajaha Shrayatad Indira Shashwadatrahi Dayati Drashyatam Dikshu Tavaka Swai Dhratas Vastvam Vichinnate. The Gopis said, O beloved, your birth in the land of Braja has made it exceedingly glorious, and thus Indra, the goddess of fortune, always resides here. It is only for your sake that we, your devoted servants, maintain our lives. We have been searching everywhere for you, so please show yourself to us. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, yeah. And Gopis are, where are they sitting right now?
Next to Yamuna.
Yeah, yeah. So they are sitting at the Kalinda river, Yamuna river, and they are starting to sing this together. And they're, of course, saying that Jayati te adhikam janmana vrija, like that the fact that you have been born in Vraj, right? You appeared in the land of Vraj is extremely glorious. Jayati te adhikam, extremely glorious. And because of that, what's going on? Shayat Indira Shashwadatrahi. Like because of this, the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi, is residing here as well. Yeah. And then they're requesting Daita Drishyatam Dikshutavaka, like give us the darshan. Like we want to see you now. Yeah. Show yourself to us. And yeah, Stavai Gritas Swam Vichinvate. They are saying we are searching everywhere for you. So now you give the darshan, dait, drishyatam, dikshutavaka. Yeah. And I think next time we start, we'll start trying to read in the same tone. You know, Gopi Gita has a tone. I sent a link this evening. So I suggest everyone listen to it multiple times. And the next time when we start, we can try to read in the same tone. Ajay?
Sharadu Dad Shaye Sadhu Jat Sat Saraj Sarasijodar Shrimosha Drisha Suratnath Te Shulk Dasika Varad Nignato Neh Kim Vadha. O Lord of Love, in beauty your glance excels the world of the finest, most perfectly formed lotus within the autumn pond. O bestower of benedictions, you are killing the maidservants who have given themselves to you freely without any price. Isn't this murder? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, yeah. So this is what Gopis are saying, that your glance excels the whole of the finest. Yeah, Sharadadu Dashaye Sadhu Jat Sat. Yeah, excels the finest and most perfectly formed lotus within the autumnal pond. That's how it is. But then what they are saying is ki Surat Nath te ashulk dasika, right? Without any shulk, right? What they are saying is they have given themselves, they are devoting themselves to you freely. That's what Gopis are saying. And even though they are doing that, you are not there. What they are saying is Varad Nignato Neha Kim Vadah. Like murder doesn't happen just physically, right? What they are saying is this also is, isn't this the murder that you are killing the maid servants? You are not giving the darshan to us, is what Gopis are saying. Yeah. It's mentioned that in the autumnal season, the whole of the lotus has a special beauty. But that unique loveliness is surpassed by the beauty of Krishna's glance, is what Gopis are mentioning. Okay.
Which Jalash Yad Vyal Rakshas Sad Varsh Marudat Vadyutan Lat Vrishmayat Madjad Vishyo Bhaya Drishab Te Vayam Rakshita Moham. O greatest of personalities, you have repeatedly saved us from all kinds of danger, from poisoned water, from the terrible man-eater Aga, from the great rains, from the wild demon, from the fiery thunderbolts of Indra, from the bull demon, and from the son of Maya Dana. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so then again, remembering all the past Leelas of Lord Shri Krishna, they are saying, you saved us from all kinds of dangers. Yeah, Vishay Jal. yeah, like from Kalyanag, and then Varsha, like basically from Lord Indra's anger, right? The fiery thunderbolt of Indra, and so on and so forth. What they're saying is Vishvato Bhaya. You saved us from Vrisham Yatma Jada Vishvato Bhaya, right? Like from all kinds of dangers of this world. And so what they are requesting Lord Shri Krishna is Drishabhute Vayam Rakshita. Please also save us. Yeah, is what they are requesting. Yeah. Can Tarun?
Here the gopis imply, "O Krishna, you saved us from so many terrible dangers. So now that we are dying of separation from you, won't you save us again?" Srila Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakura explains that the gopis mention Arishta and Vyoma because although Krishna had not yet killed these demons, the fact that he would kill them in the future was well known, having been predicted by the sages Garga and Bhaguri at the time of the Lord's birth. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, yeah. So gopis are mentioning even what he has done, but also some of what he is going to do. And that's how he's going to take care of this fear of this world. And so they're requesting Lord Shri Krishna to say that. Yeah. Tarun?
Na khalu gopika nandano bhavana akhil dehi namanta ratma krudak vikhana sarthito vishwa guptaye sakha udheyivyan satvatam khule. You are not actually the son of Gopi Yashoda, O friend, but rather the indwelling witness in the hearts of all embodied souls. Because Lord Brahma prayed for you to come and protect the universe, you have now appeared in the Satvata dynasty. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. What gopis are saying is, you are not only the son of Gopi and Yashoda. Na khalu gopika nandano bhava. Not only that. Who are you? Akhil Dehi Nam Antaratma Drika. Akhil, everyone, right? You are that indwelling witness in the hearts of all embodied souls. Yeah, all embodied souls. And you have only come, why? Because Vikhan Sartito Vishwagupte. Because Lord Brahma prayed for you to come. And then Vishwagupte to protect the universe. That's why you appeared in the Udayivan Satvatam Kule. That's why you have come here, is what all the gopis are mentioning. Yeah, the gopis here implies since you are descendant to protect the entire universe, how can you neglect your own devotees? Right? You're all on beloved gopis, is what they are saying. Virchita bhayam vrishnidhuryate charanamiyusham sansriter bhayat Karsaroruham Kantakandam Shirashite Srikargraham. O best of the Vishnus, your lotus-like hand, which holds the hand of the goddess of fortune, grants fearlessness to those who approach your feet out of fear of material existence. O lover, please place that wish-fulfilling lotus hand on our heads. Yeah, so that's what gopis are saying. Shirasi Dehi na, like Shirshi Dehi, please place your lotus hand on our heads, the one Sri Kar Graham, right, which holds the hand of the goddess of fortune. And that's how they are, again, like they are, all the gopis are together, they are singing this Gopi Geet. And so I think we'll pause here. We'll restart from first shlok of this adhyay and hear the entire Gopi Geet in the next session. Next week I'm traveling, but after that, next week we'll start the Gopi Geet. Yeah, and maybe we'll hear like some part of it today also, because we have some time right now. But let's complete the holy bhajan which we started yesterday, and then and then we'll hear the Gopi Geet for some time. Yeah.
की छोरी है, हो होरी है, हो होरी है, हो होरी है। बोल होरी के रसिया की जय। भक्ति योग रसावतार जगत गुरुतम श्री कृपालु जी महाराज की जय। श्री भक्ति मंदिर की जय। जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे।
Right, so happy Holi to everyone.
Happy Holi.
It was a nice bhajan for the happy Holi.
Happy Holi.
And we'll hear the first 5 shloks of Gopi Gate. Yeah. So let's hear it because that's what we read today. We'll hear that so that we get a feel of that, and the next time we can be better prepared for this as well. So let's.
हृदय स्थल रास पंचाध्यायी में कृष्ण मन, प्राण, आत्मा, वाणी और इंद्रियों से रमण करते हैं। नाना प्रकार के रसों का प्रवाह जहां एकत्रित हो उसे रास कहते हैं। भगवान श्री कृष्ण ने महारास की रस वृष्टि से समस्त ब्रजमंडल को रसोप्लावित कर कृष्णमयी गोपियों को महारास का दान किया। शरद पूर्णिमा के दिवस पर जब श्री कृष्ण गोपियों के संग अद्भुत एवं अलौकिक महारास में लीन थे, तब गोपिकाओं को सौभाग्य मत का प्रमाद उत्पन्न हुआ। श्री कृष्ण गोपियों को अभिमान दोष से निवृत्त करने हेतु महारास से अंतर्ध्यान हो गए। अपने बीच श्री कृष्ण को न पाकर गोपियां भाव विहल होकर प्रेम विरह की वेदना में श्री कृष्ण को पुकारती है। अनंत गोपिकाओं के एक स्वर में एक भाव से पुकारे जाने वाले अर्पित शब्द प्रवाह को ही गोपी गीत कहा जाता है। गोपी गीत प्रमोन्नत बने भक्तों की अलौकिक वाणी है, जिसमें गोपियां मन, कर्म और वचन से कृष्णमयी हो गई हैं और उनका कृष्ण के प्रति अनन्य प्रेम अलौकिक शब्द रस बनकर गोपी गीत के रूप में प्रकट हुआ। श्री कृष्णाय नमः, श्री कृष्णाय नमः।
जयति तेऽधिकम् साधुजात सतंगा सरसे जो दरा श्री मुषादृशा शरणा श्री साधुजात सतंगा सरसे जो दरा श्री मुषादृशा सूरतनाथ के शुल्कदास का वरदनीत न तो नेह किं वदः सूरतनाथ के शुल्कदास का वरदनीत न तो नेह किं वदः विषजलाप्यया व्यालराक्षसा वर्षमारुता वैद्युतानला विषजलाप्यया व्यालराक्षसा वर्षमारुता वैद्युतानला वृषभयात्मजा विश्वतो भया वृषभते वयं रक्षितामः वृषभयात्मजा विश्वतो भया वृषभते वयं न खलु गोपिका नन्दनो भवान् अखिल देहिना अन्तरात्मदृक् न खलु गोपिका नन्दनो
Okay, I think we can pause here. Hmm? So that's a glimpse of the Gopi Git. Yeah. We'll take a pause next week. Yeah, next Monday and Tuesday. But then we'll start right after that. And then, of course, we'll do the whole Gopi Git. It'll be very blissful. Meanwhile, keep listening to this. I think it'll be very nice. And lot of sants have sung this, right? Like Ramesh Bhai Ojha, Murari Bapu, and big saints have sung this. Can hear in different voices, how the Gopi Git comes across. Be nice, and hope everyone enjoy this weekend, next weekend.
Yeah. Hare Krishna, everyone.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Happy Holi again.
Happy Holi.
Hare Krishna.